Welcome to this episode of Showcase Wedding. I'm your host, Rebecca Martel. Planning a wedding does not sit solely on the shoulders of the bride and groom. It can take an entire team. And in this episode, I want to introduce you to business owners that could be some of your team players. So now I get to introduce you to Isabel Crow. She is our fitness expert here in studio. So nice seeing you today.
It sure is. Nice to see you too.
So you're going to be introducing us to a bunch of tips and tricks and ideas that the brides and grooms can have for their big day.
Exactly, because my goal is to get people ready for that big day, but also to not have them be exhausted for that big day. So I want to keep everybody nice and fit, but not overdo it, just to be comfortable and maximize that big day.
And make them look their best.
Exactly.
I actually had the pleasure of going out and doing some yoga with you. Where was that?
We did that at Le Saint-Jude Espace Tennis, and it was great because yoga is a mix of muscle training and stretching. And so for when we're really stressed or when we don't have too much time, you just maximize it all in one. And as you had the chance to experience it, it's just a moment in time where you're taking care of yourself, you're in the moment, and you're training basically.
So that was a lot of fun. Let's send you to that clip now. So I'm here with Isabel Crow, a fitness expert. You're going to be showing us a few moves today?
Yes, I'm going to go with more yoga-inspired movements because we all go through our fair amount of stress, whether you're a bride or not, and we need to focus on our breathing, we need to take a little bit of downtime, and it's easy to fit into our schedule. 3 movements that we're going to do together.
Okay.
Just to unwind.
Great.
So the first one, we're going to go right into bringing the foot to the side, and then just bringing the arm as high as we can, no pressure, all the way down. Coming back into a plank, we can always go on our knees, and then we switch sides. For anybody that lacks flexibility, you don't have to bring the foot all the way to the hand. And then we're just gonna keep the pace, we're gonna keep it going so that the body gets used to the movements, so that our muscles have the time to lengthen. How does that feel for you?
Good.
So when you're looking up, every single time you do it over, you're gonna feel like you can reach a little further, which is nice because you're gonna get comfortable in that position. Also, just without having to really overthink the breathing, just breathe deeply, bring it up and down. We'll do that one more time, each side. Engaging the abs, thinking about the posture, thinking about the breathing, and just really being in the moment, because that's also part of enjoying everything. Come back down, and then on the knees. Good. So let's go right away in child's pose here. Or knees open, which I really like for the hips. Inhale, and then exhale. Relax the neck stays in line with the shoulders. And then the other position that I'd like to do with you is this one where you just bring the hips up, the feet stay nice and anchored to the ground. You bring the hips up, try to keep everything in line, and then come back down. So on this one, if anybody was really tense in the back of the leg, which is often an area where we lack flexibility, you can bend the legs. Nice, look at you. You look like a yogi. Here, and come back down, and then just to add a challenge, I would go right back into the movement, but this time adding a balance challenge, coordination.
Yeah.
Nice, right? Because we never want to be in that comfort zone. We want to step out of the comfort zone. So you choose the best option for you in the moment that you're doing the sequence, and move forward from there. We'll do it a couple more times. So exhale as you go up, inhale down. Here I could go on my knees if I needed to. Exhale, engage the abs and down. And last one, you always want to make sure you're doing both sides evenly. Yes, and down. Knees and child's pose. This one is just the final reward. Inhale, exhale. Relax all the muscles in the body. And then just come back up. How was that for you?
Very nice. I like it. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Now it's your turn to go home and find the Zen. Every wedding reception is a success when you have everybody on the dance floor dancing. Now I'm going to be introducing you to founder and leader of Preville Big Band, Tommy Green. Thank you very much for being in studio.
Well, thank you, Rebecca. It's nice to be here.
So you're the founder and leader of Preville Big Band.
I am the founder. That I am, yes.
Give me a little background on that. When did it start? How did you get it going?
Oh, the band started, oh my God, 40 years ago. I'm almost embarrassed to say that, And I was a teacher in a music center called the Preville Fine Arts Center. And Preville Fine Arts Center started in a section of St. Lambert, which is called the Preville section. And that's how we got the name. And I had a bunch of young kids, and they're all having fun. And one of the things we want to do is we want to have fun and communicate that. So we've got a band of a 15-piece band, and there are actually 2 people from the first year that are still in the band today. I mean, you have to imagine they were, let's see, the piano player Steve was 12 years old, and now he's like, I add 40 to that, and you can see where we are at. And I was like 30-something or other, and now I'm an old man, right? But we're still having fun, and we got to communicate that. And that's what music is all about. It's a show. We're in showbiz. If we can get someone on the dance floor, get you on the dance floor and say, okay, look, you're having fun. You've got your boyfriend, your people doing line dancing, whatever dancing you're doing, and you're having fun, and we connect with you. That's what makes us feel good.
Now that's the difference, having a live band at your wedding as opposed to an iPod in the corner. Tell me how that changes everything. Oh,
it's not the same thing at all. Like with the band, first of all, you get 2 things. You got the dance music, and you got the show. So if you want to sit at your table and talk with your friends and listen to the show, you get that. Or if you want to get up there and dance, and a lot of people are going to go back and forth and do what they want. Imagine dinner dancing. You're having dinner, you're going to eat your filet mignon. Oops, your table hasn't been served yet. They're all having their meal. Get up and have a dance. Dance to Dean Martin, dance to Pharrell Williams, dance to anything you want to dance to, or just listen. And it's a whole level of excitement and chic and entertainment which you just can't get with a DJ because it's different. It's live, and you connect with the people. You're right next to the dance floor. You look at Pierre. You look at the trombone section. I play trombone. You watch us, and we play to you, and you dance to us, and we play. There's a connection there. It's a special.
It is special. Yes, it's definitely, like you said, a concert as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now you do very many different types of weddings. So how does that differ on the different cultures that come to you?
It's actually very interesting to see. We've done Italian weddings. Of course, we're going to do Italian songs for Louis Prima, Dean Martin, That's Amore, and so forth. We've done English weddings. We've done French weddings. We've also done a lot of mixed weddings. Jewish weddings. The Jewish wedding starts with a hora and a whole bunch of dancing for that, and then they're going to take a break. We did a bunch of Vietnamese weddings. They were very special. The Vietnamese love to do the cha-chas and the social dancing.
So you've got to have a huge repertoire of music out there.
We do, and we have repertoire. We have music from all eras. We have music for all ages. We can go back from the old Glenn Miller, and we can do Pharrell Williams. We can do Jennifer Lopez. We can do all sorts of stuff. In fact, we always like to talk with a couple before the event, and we say, well, what do you want? Here's a bunch of tunes we can propose for you. What do you want to open the dance with? What kind of music do you like? And then, of course, we know what works too for our experience.
When a couple comes to you and then is asking you to be their band for the night, what type of questions should they have, or what should they be asking you?
Well, we want to know, first of all, what kind of group of people is it? Are they going to be older group? Is it a second wedding? Is it a first wedding? Are the kids going to be there? We played weddings with the kids there. What kind of cultures are there? You play a Coptic wedding and they don't drink, but they dance like crazy. Amazing. You want to do Italian stuff? You want to do what kind of stuff you want to do? Also, of course, what do you want to open the dance with? Something about the program. Typically, a wedding starts with a ceremony, and sometimes we have musicians play for the ceremony. Then there's usually the cocktails, and typically we want to take a few guys from the big band and bring them like maybe a sax player and a bassist and something that's going to be mellow, not too noisy for the cocktails, just to give it a little bit of ambience. How about dinner? Do you want dinner dancing? Then you want to open the dance. Well, you probably have a favorite song you want to open the dance with. Have you gone and practiced? Maybe sometimes we have a couple that's going to practice a waltz and plan so they can do That's Amore or something, waltzing around the dance floor. Usually the dance opens with the couple, and then we add the parents, and then everybody joins on the dance floor after that. So that's very important, the opening dance. And we want to talk about the program. Sometimes people want to have us work with a DJ. We finish at 12, and they want the DJ to go on 2 in the morning. Or sometimes they're going to bring just their iPod, and they connect to our sound system, which we provide. And so we have continuous music goes from the beginning. Of course, time for speeches. You know, you got to have the speeches, and everybody wants to talk, and talk about how the evening's going to flow. It's really the entertainment. The two things that are important in a party. One is the meal, and one is the entertainment. And you can't skimp on the entertainment. And you know, a big band sounds expensive, but really it's not.
Yeah, what misconceptions would a couple have about hiring a live band?
I think people are afraid of it because they say, oh, it's going to be out of this world. And you know, people pay. I've seen people pay $1,500 for a DJ, and a band, you know, could be $2,500, $3,000. Like we're talking about 5 times many people, 10 times as many real musicians doing live stuff which you can't get with a DJ.
Now tell me more about that. It's not just you up on stage playing your trombone, you have a whole team.
The band is, you know, first of all, what we do is we're a special big band because we're not a jazz big band. There's a lot of jazz big bands out there that play, you know, I don't know how many notes per second and impress all the musicians. Music people know and play and dance to and sing to. So it's something that people are used to, and we're going to do the hits of Michael Bublé, we're going to do the hits of Jennifer Lopez, but we want to do something that people connect to.
Well, wonderful. Now we're going to be speaking with Pierre, one of your lead singers. I want to thank you, Tommy Green. Thank you for coming in, sharing a little of your background, all about your band.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here, and I want to talk to all the people who are watching today because the band is amazing. You will not regret getting a real band, a live band. There's a connection which you can't pass up.
I now have Pierre Bedal here with me. He's one of the 2 main lead singers for Préville Big Band. Thank you so much for joining me.
Well, thank you for having us.
Tell me, how did you start singing?
Well, we have to go way back. I started when I was, I think, 8 years old at church, you know, in the choir. And I did that for a couple of years and discovered there that that's what I wanted to do because I loved it so much. And I've never stopped singing since.
And do you remember your first wedding event you performed at?
Well, my first wedding event was with the Préville Big Band back in 2005 when I joined the band and really loved it. And we did many weddings since then.
Beautiful. And over the years that you've been with Préville, what have been some of the exciting places that you performed at?
Well, the first gig I did with Préville was doing a Club Med down in the Caribbean. So, and for many years before that, they did so many gigs everywhere in the Caribbean. I would say like Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic, or the Bahamas, or Haiti, or everywhere in the Caribbean and down south, even in Brazil. So I did 2 gigs with them at Club Med in 2005 and 2006. So it was really exciting. Yep.
So when you're doing events and you're at the wedding, it's you up on stage, everyone's watching. It's like a concert, like Tommy told us.
Yes.
But sometimes it can become interactive.
Well, it becomes interactive because depending of the party or the crowd that's is really getting into it. Sometimes I would go there on the dance floor while I sing because I have a wireless mic, and then we dance with the people and everything. So it's very interactive. And Tommy and the trombones usually they go also and they play, and it's really it's really different.
And you've actually invited people to come up on stage.
Well, sometimes when we prepare, when we do the planning for the event, so the couple will ask us, well, my mother or my father is a very good singer. Would it be possible for them to come and sing come up and sing a song? And usually, of course, we agree to that.
And do you ever not get the mic back?
No, it never happened.
What type of feedback do you get from the guests being up there performing?
Well, I would say every time we do a wedding or a concert, at the end, I mean, people are coming to us and they're so happy. I mean, because they had fun. We bring back memories, from the songs that they used to love and everything, and just to hear them back again, it's like it takes them down memory lane, and so they really enjoy that. Sometimes they sing with us,
I do believe it's like a time travel. You hear a song, it can take you back.
Yeah, especially. And as for the opening dance, it's the same because usually it's like they're playing our song. Well, now that's what we do because this is the opening dance. This is the most important song of the night, of the day. So people are really happy, and we had couples that the band played at their wedding, and we were re-invited for the 25th anniversary of the wedding and everything. So you play that on a 25-year span, they still remember you and they want you to be back, and that's really something that tells a lot.
That's special, to be invited back again.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Pierre, for coming in, speaking with me, giving a bit of your background.
Thank you.
When you're ready to get your party started, you can go to the Showcase Wedding website, click on the link for Preville Big Band, and they will come and get everybody dancing. Now that you're done with your single lifestyle and the two of you are building a home together, we want to introduce you to Renato from Lida Furniture. He's going to help you make all those beautiful choices. Thank you so much for having us here.
Thank you for coming by today.
Your store is absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely huge.
Thank you.
Can you give me a little background on it?
Of course, it's a family business which started in 1967. So last year we celebrated 50 years anniversary and still remain as a family business, and we go through the years with the same intent and the same idea.
Now you have lots of different looks, lots of different pockets of ideas here. What makes your store different than other furniture stores?
That's what I meant. We started with a very big idea back in 1967, tried to give the customers the best quality at the best price. And we kept until today, we do the same research. Also on our buying, we think the same way. We always try to get the best for the best price and pass it through our customers.
Now perhaps furniture isn't something that people think of putting on a registry, but do you have that for the wedding?
Of course we do. A lot of couples, they love to come by the store. They choose their merchandise and we do a list, and their guests or their families that they want to help them out. I think that would be the best ways. Also, we have decoration services, so it could be from carpet, picture frames, anything, wallpapering. So we make a registry on that, and everybody wants to contribute to it. We have all the possibilities, and we do that very, very often with a lot of couples that are starting off.
And speaking about that, the decorations, there's a few pieces here I could see at a wedding reception hall. There's something that they could keep later on. So it doesn't just have to be for the home.
No, it can go either way. Any idea is a good idea. That's what we say. So you just have to be imaginative as much as you want.
So when a couple's coming here and they've started a new home together, what do you think is the first key piece that they should be looking to buy?
Most of the time, they have to start with the key pieces, and we look for a nice bedroom. Right after that, it will be a dining room or dinette. Mm-hmm. It depends if they have a house or they purchase a condominium.
Yeah.
So
the space available.
Exactly. And right after that, the living room. It's also a very important piece, including coffee tables, lamps, picture frames, carpets. Alida, it's one stop. We have a nice service so that we can cover all that for you. Just come here with an open spirit, tell us what you're looking about it, and we'll build your house from A to Z.
Now that's it. Should they come here kind of knowing what key piece they're looking for or what style they're looking for? What should they have in mind?
That would help, but not necessarily. As long as we get the inspirations what their lifestyle is, then we have expertise that they can start from that point.
And that's it? You have a design team that comes here,
Exactly.
that is here on site?
Exactly.
Oh, wonderful. So we don't want any fighting, the first fight to be over where his lazy boy should be. Like you said, you have different styles, so you could have either the cigar room or the glam room or...
Cinema Maison.
Cinema Maison.
We have all those things, and there is no fight because we enjoy it, and our team, they really love what they do. And that expression, it's passed through our customers, so it's a joy when they come here. And we love what we do, so we want to make the customer feel like it.
Oh, wonderful. And how much time should they be giving themselves? Like I said, this place is so big and there's so many beautiful pieces. How much time should they have in here?
They should be not in a hurry or confused what they want to do. Just come here, Alida, and tell us your inspirations, what you like, and give yourself at least 2 hours. It could go 3 hours. We don't look how long it is. What our results are that the customer is satisfied to 100%. So we don't look at the time.
Well, I want to thank you so much for having us in your store here today. It is beautiful.
It was a pleasure to have you over, Rebecca. Thank you very much.
We look forward to talking to you again. And when you're ready to make your house a home, you can go to the Showcase Wedding website, click on the link for Lida Furniture, and he says that the first few buyers have a special gift from them for the kitchen. So now I'm joined by Eva. She is the creator and co-owner of ESB Creations. She's going to show us some of her beautiful pieces of artwork that she does. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me, how did ESB come about?
Well, it all started about 10 years ago when it was my son's birthday, and I had to bring a cake to the daycare, and I was only able to bring it from one specific place. And we took it out, and it was cute and all, but then we had to cut into it and eat it, and nobody wanted to eat it. The kids didn't like it; they spit it out, and I know. And I'm like, we tried to give it to other kids in the daycare. Nobody wanted it, and I'm like, there must be a better way. Like, cake should be good. It should be cute, pretty, and good. And that's how I started. And I started making my own recipes and making my own cakes. And I started with children's cake.
So now it's evolved into wedding cakes and beautiful pieces of artwork.
Yeah, it's evolved quite a bit, actually. I do a lot of wedding cakes, bar mitzvah cakes, celebration cakes, milestone cakes, and
Specialty orders, that things need to be kosher and such.
Yeah, exactly. And I also do sweet tables. So there's a lot of good things happening.
So they're so beautiful. What is it that you want a bride and groom to come to you with when they first meet with you?
Well, when they first meet with me, I would love for them to bring me their inspiration boards, their visions of what they want their wedding to look like. So any invitations, any centerpieces, even a piece of, fabric from the tablecloth to the bride's wedding dress. And then include also different cakes that they like and the bride and the groom or the couple really enjoy, and then tell me what they like about each individual cake, like maybe the size, the form, the color, the flowers, and then deconstruct every single cake to make one special cake for that one couple.
Perfect, so you pull them all together.
Yeah.
So you brought 3 cakes for us today. Can you tell me a little bit about each one?
Yeah, so the first one I brought is it's a modern cake. It's very on trend for the summer, and it's black and gold, and it has flowers that's very traditional with the monogram, and then the more modern aspect of it is the details on top and on the bottom tier.
Beautiful. And your second cake?
The second cake is more of a classic cake. It's very elegant. It's simple with one huge orchid flower.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. That's all made of sugar.
All made of sugar.
And you have special training for that?
Yeah, I did. I learned to make those beautiful flowers with Ron Ben Israel. Cake artist to the stars if you don't know him. And he's made the cake for Sex and the City, the movie, the second.
Beautiful. It's definitely a statement flower.
It is. It's a statement flower.
And how long would that take to make?
Just the flower takes me days to make, from making it, drying, and then coloring it. It takes a long time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And your last cake?
And my last cake is a simple cake. It's but still very pretty. It's for maybe smaller wedding, an engagement or something like that. It has the gold aspect, very romantic, with again a little spray of flowers in purple. Yeah.
So at last, I want to know, why do you love making wedding cakes so much?
I love making wedding cakes. I love to be part of the couple's love story. I love to be part of their celebration without even being there. And I love it when they first see the cake. I love their expression. I love it when they see it. They see their personality mirror back to them, and and then they cut into it, and they're like, and they get a sweet little treat, and then that's it. And then the night, everything that was supposed to happen happened. Now it's the fun part. Now it's let's just party and enjoy the rest of the night.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
That is wonderful. And you can actually see your passion and these creations. So thank you so much for sharing them with me.
Thank you so much.
Click on the link for ESB Creations on the Showcase Wedding website and let her know what special moments you want her to start to create.
I met Jessica through a friend that we both had in common, and that was about 3 years ago. I came up to Montreal with him for the weekend, and we ended up having the whole weekend together, just me, her, and my friend. I just had a gut feeling that since the day I first met her, I knew I was in love with her. I proposed to Jessica in a hot air balloon, and it was supposed to be in the month of June for our birthdays together, but because of the weather, we had to postpone it until the month of July. So every time we would go, I was getting nervous, and it would get canceled, and then we would go again, and again it got canceled, and then the third time we got in the hot air balloon, and then I asked her to marry me.
And I said yes.
So now that the two of you have decided to spend the rest of your life together, you're probably looking to find a house to make a home. Today I'm here with Jessica Scalara from Remax, and she's going to help you out with that process. Welcome in studio.
Thanks for having me.
Please give me a little background on yourself and how you started selling homes.
I was born and raised in Montreal. I got my real estate license in 2008, and I transferred to Remax a little over a year ago on Green Avenue.
And what area do you sell homes in?
I do everything. Whether I'm in the Laurentians or Westmount or Chateauguay, there's nothing I don't touch.
And in your opinion, why is Remax the best choice?
Well, we have 41% market share in the Greater Island of Montreal. We sell the most homes by far. We're selling more than all of our 4 competitors combined.
Oh, wonderful. You really have the experience behind you.
Mm-hmm.
So take me through the process. What is it a couple that would go through when they're looking for a home?
Every couple, before they come meet me at the office, I ask them to get pre-approved. So you need a pre-approval before you start the process of shopping for a home. And the reason being is you want to know exactly what budget you're working with, and that way buyers don't get discouraged, because if we end up shopping for a home that's more than what they could afford, anything for less is an automatic letdown.
Yeah.
So it saves couples a lot of time. So that's the first thing. The second thing is a criteria list. Put all the details you could think of what you want, what you don't want, and it's a good start.
Does that also include the area that they want to be living in? Does that help narrow things down?
Most importantly, the area, because I have buyers that aren't too sure which area they want to live in, and what I suggest, I say drive around the neighborhood, take a look, get a feel of the neighborhood, and come back to me with not more than 3 neighborhoods. And then from there we could start. But
too much could be too much information as well.
Too much, yeah, too confusing.
So do you find that couples often have to change the expectations that they first come to you with?
Always. So when we start out and they have a criteria list, at the end of the day, once we find their dream property, most of the time it doesn't look like what they initially wanted or wished for.
So when you're buying with Remax, they actually have other services for you that can help out. Explain to me those.
They do. So they have one program called Tranquility, and that protects buyers against latent defects. Another program is Security. In the event that one of the couples or both lose their job, Security will cover their mortgage payments.
Oh, peace of mind.
Peace of mind. And then lastly, only in certain instances, Remax will guide buyers on how to make the interest on their mortgages tax deductible for the purchase of their home.
That's wonderful.
It is.
That helps out every time.
It does.
Is there any other last things that you want couples to know about buying a home with you?
I'm not a transactional broker, so I don't work with volume. I take on my clients and expect to take care of them for the rest of their lives. All that matters to me is their happiness, and that's a job well done.
Oh, wonderful. That's definitely how you want to make any transaction.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Very welcome.
Hopefully answering a few questions that you might have about buying a home. When you're ready, go to the Showcase Wedding website and click on the link for Remax. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Showcase Wedding. If you want to share your love story, funny moment, or you want your business on the next episode, please go to the Showcase Wedding website and find all the information you need to contact us. Again, to all the newly engaged brides and grooms, we want to wish you congratulations, félicitations, mazel tov.